on the phone with me right now. As far as I'm concerned, this is one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. His name is Drew Brees, and he's on the line with yours truly right now. What's going on, Drew? How are you, man? How's everything?
Stephen A., all good, man. How are you?
Hey, listen, man, we only got a few minutes, but I got to get right to it. First of all, congratulations on that great victory at Atlanta yesterday. You and I talked during Super Bowl week, and I want you to explain to me, how is it that a man that's approaching his 40s, he's completing 80% of his passes, got 8 touchdowns, no interceptions, a 122 quarterback rating. I mean, you don't look like you're about to go home anytime soon, Drew Brees. What is going on with you?
Just having fun. You know, I love playing the game. I love our team. Excited for the opportunity that we have this year. And we got a lot of weapons on offense. You know, it's fun going to work every day and having a chance to work with these guys, and I feel like the possibilities are endless.
We all saw how painful the loss was for you guys in a divisional playoff game against Minnesota, when I call it the luckiest play one of the luckiest plays I've ever seen. But it cost you guys a berth to the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. What is the difference? I know it's only 3 games in, but what is the difference between that team last year with the New Orleans Saints and the way y'all are looking right now?
Well, listen, every year's a new year, you know, and obviously we have a lot of familiar faces from last year's team to this year's, you know, a lot of returning starters. Listen, we had a lot of young guys step up last year, you know, rookies, second-year guys that really were very influential for us, very productive for us, and stepped in and filled some pretty key roles, you know, maybe even earlier than we thought that they would. And so obviously the expectations coming to this year were pretty high. And, we've done some good things, and there's definitely a bunch of areas we need to improve. But I feel like we are a more mature team, than we were last year. I think that's just based upon experience and continuing to come together. But listen, each and every year you have to reestablish your identity, and it's wins like the one we had a week ago versus Cleveland at home, and then yesterday against Atlanta. Those types of wins, man, just They build confidence and momentum, and just, you know, make you feel like no matter what the circumstances or scenario, that, man, we always have a chance to win. We're going to find ways to win.
We're talking to the great Drew Brees right here with Stephen A. on ESPN Radio. Let's get to it from an individual to just the individual accolades. You just passed Brett Favre for all-time completions yesterday, and may pass him and Peyton Manning in yards this upcoming week. Put in perspective what those individual records mean to you, particularly at this stage of your career?
You know, I don't really like to reflect while I'm still playing. You know, I still have this chip on my shoulder. I still have a lot to prove. I still have, you know, goals that I'm trying to accomplish, you know, for me and my team. And so I think when I'm done playing, I'll be able to look back and truly reflect on all of that stuff. But when these things do come about, you know, like they did yesterday, it just makes me so grateful for the opportunity to play this game and to have been able to play it for as long as I've been able to play it. Think about all the great teammates I've had, the great coaches, you know, all the guys that have caught those passes, all the guys that have blocked for me, all the, you know, just those moments in the locker room with my teammates, and just, you know, all the things that you're going to miss when it's gone, you know. And so I just want to stay in the moment. You know, I want to stay in the moment. I want to enjoy these moments while I can.
Well, let me ask you what it's like playing with this guy, Michael Thomas. He set a record yesterday. He's got 38 receptions through 3 games. Is this the best wide receiver you've played with? I mean, where do you put him up there, considering the multitude of weapons you've had throughout your career? He seems pretty damn special.
Listen, he's got some special traits. You know, I don't know if I've ever played with a guy as competitive as him, you know, and what you see on game day is what we see every day in practice. You know, it's not like he just turns it on for the game. Like, that's his persona. That's the way that he approaches, you know, the work week. And so there's not a guy that works harder. There's not a guy that just puts himself in the moment, you know, more than him each and every rep. So, man, I'm excited. I get excited every day to play with that guy. And, you know, I tell you what, when you need a play and you just look at Mike and say, Mike, get open. Mike's going to get open.
Hey, listen, I only got about a minute left. I got to ask you this question. I want to know what you consider to be your Super Bowl champions, your Super Bowl aspirations. Do you think that they're legitimate for this year? I watch you guys, and I've gotten to the point that as long as they have you, I think y'all got a chance. I've had some questions about the secondary in 2 of the 3 weeks you played this season, okay? But I got to admit, this offense, which you lead in the way, it's just something special to behold. How legitimate do you consider your Super Bowl champion, your Super Bowl aspirations to be in light of how close you guys came last year and what you've been seeing over the last 2 weeks from your team, real quick?
Listen, one week at a time, and I'm not just saying that. That's truly, that has to be the mindset. And do I think we have all the pieces in place? Yes, I do. But I also know how hard it is to win week in and week out in this league. And listen, you got to have the ball bounce your ways at times. Man, you pray to God you're able to stay healthy. But if we continue to progress the way that we have, then I feel like we've got a shot. Always
an honor and a privilege to talk to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again for Super Bowl week, except not at press row this time or radio row. I want to see you on the field, buddy. You take it easy, all right?
I like it. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. The one and only Drew Brees, star quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, one of the greatest quarterbacks we've seen in this generation, 6,300-plus completions. The man is completing 80% of his passes this season. Career 67% of his passes. He's on another level. I'm not mentioning Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers in the sentence anymore without him. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. Anyway,